Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about two things that are really, really important for your journey. And one of those is trust, and the other is setting boundaries. So let's talk about a little bit about these two and why they're important for your personal growth. First of all, trust. Trust is something, if we've been through a lot in our lives, that sometimes we have trouble figuring out. We have trouble trusting other people. We have trouble trusting ourselves, which makes it challenging to set boundaries. When we begin to set boundaries, we either have no boundaries, kind of sort of loosey-goosey kind of boundaries, or we have boundaries that look a bit like a fortress that we've built around ourselves. So what's important is to consider where you may still be challenged with trust. One of the places, and I don't often talk about this, but one of the places you can check is your left baby toe. Take a look at your left baby toe and see how it's pointing. Where is it pointing? How large or small is the nail? This is a good indicator of where you are with trust, and you probably have never heard that before. So that is one of the tools that I use in the work that I do. Trust. What I found on my journey is that the more times I had been through different things, betrayal, abuse, trauma, deceit, abandonment, pick your poison in that. It causes the ability to trust other people to really be jaded. The other thing that I found on my journey was, in the beginning, I had trouble trusting myself. I had trouble trusting my guidance. I had made so many mistakes in my life, or at least what I deemed to be mistakes, at least what other people deemed to be mistakes, that I felt like I couldn't trust myself. And so often I had to seek guidance outside of myself in order to help me learn to trust myself. What I've found on this journey is the more that I learned to trust myself, the more that I was able to trust my own guidance, the less I needed external help. And I also began to, the more I trusted myself, the more I began to heal the things that were causing me challenges with trusting other people. Now, setting boundaries, that's one of those things that was really, really difficult for me. I did not grow up in an environment where really boundaries were a thing. I didn't know what a boundary was. I did not know that it was okay that I had boundaries. And so it wasn't until probably mid to late 30s, I was with my one more counselor. I went through, 30 years of traditional counseling, and we started deep diving into work around boundaries, and they were excruciating for me. What I found with boundaries was that there's sort of a pendulum swing that happens with them. And I mentioned at the beginning is you may start out where you really don't have a lot of boundaries, and kind of anybody can do whatever they want to you, and you don't really have much of a say. You don't really know that you can speak your truth. You may have the other side where you go into sometimes what I call raging bitch mode, where you're jumping up and down trying to get people to hear your boundaries because you haven't had any for so long, and damn it, you're going to listen to me. So we kind of sometimes go between the two. And really, there's a sweet spot in the middle where you have begun to trust yourself so much that you don't even really have to speak your boundaries anymore because you have a silent confidence, a silent courage that comes over you. And you begin to trust yourself, and other people begin to not push your boundaries. It's really cool when that happens because then you begin to realize how much more personal power you have in your own life. And I'm not talking about the kind of power that overpowers other people, that harms other people. I'm talking about that personal power deep within. It's usually in the yellow part, the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, is where your personal power comes from. And when we come from certain kinds of histories, that space is often skewed, where we either are dominating other people with our power or we've become dominated. So there's a middle place in there, a balance with that. These two things are really, really important on your personal development journey, on your spiritual path. And the thing is sometimes when you're working through these things on your own, you're not even really sure that you are having trust challenges because it's become so much a part of who you are subconsciously. You're not even consciously aware that you have these challenges with trust. Boundaries is another one of those things. If you've never had boundaries or you've always had very brick-like boundaries around yourself, it's difficult to know where that sweet spot is for you. And that's part of what I do with my clients in our work together, is to sort of help you figure out where those trust challenges may be, where those boundary challenges may be, and help you move past them. Because it's a very, very excellent place to be once you realize your internal power. Let's see, is there anything else that I wanted to share about that today? Where are you on this journey? Did you check your toe? And it's not the right toe, it's the left toe, the left baby toe. Did you check it? What did you notice about your toe? Is it pointing a certain direction? Is it very loose? Is it very stiff? Is the nail large? Is the nail small? Is it a certain temperature? It's one thing to notice. Just check out the baby toe. I'd be interested to know what you think. And in this description, you will see a link to schedule a holistic consultation. It's totally free. It gives us about an hour together to talk about what you have going on, what I offer, see if I'm a good next fit for you, or if I can offer recommendations. There will also be a way to contact me if you have a question that you would like me to answer on the channel. Also, I have the really cool Inner Alchemist Academy that is getting ready to open the doors, virtual doors again, specifically for spiritual seekers. If you're interested to know more about that, I have a meeting scheduled, a support meeting coming up on Saturday, what is that date? If you're watching this before then, Saturday, September 28th, 2024. If you would like to attend that meeting, secure your spot. It's totally free. Email me at the same email address for the questions, and I'll get you added to that invitation list. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tammy Coyne, your holistic alchemist, helping you change pain into possibilities and possibilities into purpose. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.